In a quiet town, there lived a boy named Kabir. He was bright, full of promise, and dreamed big. More than anything, Kabir wanted to become a doctor. But there was one serious challenge. His mind was never truly in his control. Kabir lacked discipline. His thoughts constantly drifted, and focusing was a daily battle. Each time he tried to study, distractions pulled him away. His phone, social media, or simply getting lost in thought. He would often tell himself, "I'll study later, there's still time." But that later never came. His parents and teachers offered guidance, stressing the importance of focus and self-control. But Kabir didn't take their advice seriously. He believed being smart was enough to succeed. Then came the day his school announced the results of a scholarship exam. Kabir had taken the test with great hope, dreaming of winning the scholarship that would bring him closer to his goal. But when the results were declared, he was crushed. He had failed. His friends, who had studied with dedication, passed with ease. The teachers who once praised him now looked at him with disappointment. Kabir felt deeply ashamed, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he knew he had wasted his time. That evening he sat alone reflecting on his failure. He thought about all the hours he had thrown away to distractions. It became clear to him. Intelligence without discipline is meaningless. Without focus, success would remain out of reach. Determined to change, Kabir decided to seek wisdom from someone known for great self-control. He had heard about a wise sage who lived on the edge of town. People said the sage had once been an ordinary man, but transformed his life through mental discipline. The next morning, Kabir went to the monastery where the sage lived. He found the old man meditating beneath a tree, his expression serene. Kabir bowed respectfully and said, "Master, I struggle to control my mind. I want to succeed, but I'm constantly distracted. Please teach me how to discipline my thoughts." The sage opened his eyes and smiled. "Ah, the wandering mind. That is the greatest challenge of all. Come, let me tell you a story. Many years ago," the sage began, "there lived a young man named Aaron, who dreamed of becoming the finest archer in the land. He was gifted and strong, but his mind lacked focus. Some days he trained with great effort, but on others, he wasted time on distractions. Aaron sought out a famous archery teacher and said, 'Master, I want to be the greatest archer. Please teach me.' The teacher led him to a quiet riverbank where the water flowed gently. He handed Aaron a bow and an arrow and said, 'Aim for that leaf drifting in the current.' Aaron took aim and fired, but missed. The teacher asked, 'What did you see as you aimed?' Aaron replied, 'I saw the river, the trees, the sky, and the leaf.' The master shook his head. 'That's your problem. You see too much. A true archer sees only the target, nothing else.' Motivated, Aaron trained for months. He conditioned his mind to see only the target. Eventually, when the master asked again, Aaron replied, 'Only the leaf.' This time his arrow struck it perfectly. The sage looked at Kabir and said, 'Your mind is like Aaron's, scattered and distracted. If you want to succeed, you must learn to focus only on your goal.' Kabir nodded, taking in the message, but he still wasn't sure how to begin. 'Master, how do I train my mind?' The sage smiled and gave him 4 simple rules. 1. Control your thoughts. Whenever your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back, just like the archer who sees only the leaf. 2. Build a routine. Discipline thrives on structure. Create a daily schedule and stick to it. 3. Eliminate distractions. Find out what pulls your attention away, your phone, television, idle chatter, and remove those things while you work. 4. Be consistent. Mental strength isn't built in a day. Like an athlete trains the body, train your mind daily." Kabir took the sage's advice to heart. He created a strict study plan and followed it diligently. Whenever his focus slipped, he reminded himself of his dream. He turned off social media while studying and deleted apps that tempted him to waste time. At first it was hard. His mind craved old habits and distractions. But Kabir didn't give up. Slowly his focus sharpened, and he could study for long hours without losing attention. Months later he faced another critical exam. This time he was ready. He didn't just pass, he topped the entire class. Kabir's success wasn't luck or raw intelligence. It was his disciplined mind that carried him through. He finally understood that success isn't about how smart you are, but how well you manage your mind. Years later, as he stood on stage receiving an award for academic excellence, he remembered the sage's words. "The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't rein it in, it will take you wherever it wants. But if you train it, it will take you exactly where you wish to go." And from that day forward, Kabir lived by one principle: discipline your mind, and success will follow. If the story makes you think, helps you, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like and share. I will be back with more interesting and exciting stories in life. Thank you for watching.